Over the last 2 years, calls for greater accountability within the Detroit Police Department have only grown. And since he took office, Chief James White has said anyone who tarnishes the badge will lose it.
But now city lawyers are making it harder to figure out which Detroit officers have crossed the line. Tonight, 7 investigator Ross Jones is revealing how they're doing it and why police watchdogs are concerned.
How can we deal with bad cops if we don't know?
What the city of Detroit doesn't want you to know is what this story is all about. What's buried under black ink inside disciplinary records for the city's own police force. Officers still on the force today with histories of crossing the line.
For more than a year, Channel 7 has filed literally hundreds of public records requests with the city of Detroit to get our hands on disciplinary records for scores of officers. And those records are what helped us tell you about some of Detroit's most troubled cops.
It helped us reveal officers accused of abusing women, of lying and using racist slurs, or racking up 10 different suspensions throughout their career. And it forced the city to identify 128 of their own officers as high risk. But now, as we continue to investigate officers inside the department, the city is making it harder to understand which cops have been disciplined. Records that once looked like this now look like this. Cases are heavily redacted. Some entire pages are gone. Certain suspensions and demotions kept secret. Every disciplinary record older than 4 years now hidden from public view.
This is totally different.
We showed what the city's hiding to Commissioner Willie Bell, who helps oversee the department.
We should be familiar and exposed to the entire history of that office on the police department.
And longtime activist Tristan Taylor of Detroit Will Breathe,
Wow.
who the city recently offered to pay more than $1 million just to settle a slew of police brutality claims. The city denies wrongdoing.
If you're a public official, conduct that you perform should be under scrutiny. That's part of the deal of being a public official.
The records we got looked like this for the longest time. Now they look like this. Why did the city change course?
Nothing nefarious, nothing brand new.
We talked to the city's new top lawyer, Conrad Mallett, who was appointed corporation counsel in April. Not long after that, the city changed its policy on releasing officer discipline, redacting everything older than 4 years, and cited a Michigan law from 1978 to do so. The law governs how employees can gain access to their own personnel files and does say that discipline older than 4 years should not be shared. Mallett says you don't need to see more than that to know if an officer is good or bad.
I don't think that penalizing someone for something that they did more than 4 years ago is going to complicate any decision maker's ability to determine who this person is.
But we're not asking to penalize them again for something that happened 4 years ago. We're just asking to see what they did that warranted a penalty 4 years ago.
So, Ross, at the end of the day, what you and I are engaged in is a policy discussion.
I think it's quite clear that the city is wrong here. I don't think it's a close call.
The problem, according to multiple attorneys we consulted with, is that the law doesn't apply to public records requests like ours. It even says so in the law itself, according to employment law attorney Joey Niskar.
These are government officials and these are police officers. They are sworn to uphold the law and to serve and protect. They wield vast power, and with that power comes vast responsibilities and accountability.
Tonight, Channel 7 is appealing the city's decision, asking the mayor to supply the complete disciplinary records the city did for so long. In the end, it's likely only a judge could force the city to do so.
This is the moment to be champions of transparency and do the right thing.
The police department and Chief James White say they had no role in the decision to start redacting this information and did not ask city lawyers to do it. With or without the city's cooperation, our investigation into officers in Detroit and elsewhere who have crossed the line will continue.